So now we're going to show you the halftime festivities here at Lake Forest Academy. To take over the call will be Bill Wallace, the Academy announcer.
Billings, the captain of the team is Kanika Rockingham. Hooray for the cheerleaders. They do us a great job. And thank you. What's your name? And thank you, Mrs. Harper, for the great job in bringing us these cheerleaders.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at halftime. This is the annual Lake Forest Academy display of unnecessary violence. At the north end of the field, you will see preparing to break bones and get into all sorts of dismal difficulty, the chariot racers. The start of this event will not be delayed in spite of the fact that the ambulances and emergency vehicles have not arrived, but that's the way the ball bounces. There should be, I don't know if there is, but there should be eventually 4 chariots, 1 from each class. But in the meantime, we're going to watch our taxi cheerleaders do their halftime thing.
We're looking for it, Corey. He's trying to find it. We don't know how to make it work. Hey, you cheerleaders and you spectators, let's just hold on for a few seconds. We're having a little bit of difficulty producing the music, but soon enough you will have it. Brutal. Turn it up. 5, 6, 7, do it. I missed it. Do it again. Good job. They are on. Stop. What's that? Stop. Stop. What? Hurry. There you go. How can I open this one? I can't hear what she's saying. You can open it over there. Put the mic in front of your speaker.
wipe out by the 25-yard line.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Broken leg.
Told you, 25-yard line.
It's a chair with wheels on it.
Oh, they gotta go back. Oh my God.
Oh, you got James Dean? No, that's not right.
Too heavy as a chariot. Oh, now they're on a roll.
Those guys are running. Who is that?
We'll wait until this thing falls apart.
I'd be scared out of
Oh,
my
you know what
mind
that
on
is?
that
It's just a
front.
dolly. It's just a dolly with a chair on it.
Oh my God.
Headset. And now we're back for the third quarter of Lake Forest Academy Caxi football. Caxi's up 28-14 to net, really kicking off deep and taken by Alden Hebron on their own 20-yard line. That's Werischke, number 80. Wickersheim, I'm sorry. Wickersheim, I was getting some pronunciation pointers here at halftime, so I'm going to be all confused. Wickersheim with the reception brings it forward to about the 25, 26-yard line. And, Bill, now what's Alden Hebron going to have to do in the second half to get back in this game?
Well, I don't think they really have to do too much because they've ended the second half up on momentum. They were running the ball. They were passing the ball. But, again, now they're starting their offense into the wind. So I would see maybe the short passes again, but a lot of running.
And if you can hear us out in the booth, I still got you in my headset. Now, Alden Hebron, first and 10, with a quick pitch to Beck, and he struggles forward, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. You know, Bill, he didn't quite get any blocking there.
No, he didn't get the blocking he needed to take it to the outside. But then again, you got to give the credit to Lake Forest defense. The defense there, reacted to the pitch, and they wound up taking it for, about a 2-yard loss.
So now, Alden Hebron sits there, 2nd and 11, and they're going to have to struggle to get something going here. They finished the second half well. They're really going to want to start the third quarter well. Now, Alden Hebron. And rolling out to his right is Stewart, carrying that ball straight forward and funnily as he does, lays forward to get the ball over the 30-yard line, but it's still lost. Bill, he's not going to do well carrying the ball out like that.
You can definitely tell Stewart is not a pitching quarterback or an option quarterback. He's holding the ball one-handed, sometimes with his left hand, as we saw him try to pitch with his left hand earlier, and they still lost and wound up about maybe 4 to 5 yards lost. So it's making it 3rd down and about 17.
3rd and 17 for the light passing offense, although I can't say that, can I, Bill?
No, but this is certainly what the Giants didn't want to start off to do the second half on the offensive side. But definitely for the Lake Forest Academy's defense, this is an encouragement.
Now, with the slot on the bottom of the screen, Stewart rolls out that way, eludes the attempt of Russ Roberson, throws forward. That was Chris Holland who tried to get him instead, and that is off the hands of number 25, Jason Sternitsky. On the attempted catch, and it was looked like 77 Joe Mariano who was chasing him in the backfield, putting pressure on the quarterback Stewart.
Right, definitely. He was rolling out. He doesn't look like he's a quarterback that's comfortable with throwing on the run, but at the same time, it was a pass that could have been completed.
So now we have a 4th down and 17. Alden Hebron, 25, back to kick for Alden Hebron. That is Jason Sternitsky, the man who almost got the reception. Back to receiver for Lake Forest Academy is 25, Mike Davis. And
they got a block again. They got a tip ball, but it's picked up by Davis.
It. Look at him hustle down the field, working his way. He could get 6. Joe Garriano on the block.
I think he's in for the touchdown.
And they're going to call a clip on Joe Garriano at the end of that play, I'm afraid, Bill. Right there about the 5-yard line.
I didn't see the clip at all, but I'll tell you what, I just looked at Coach Hill and Coach Morrison, and you definitely know that there was a penalty on LFA by their reactions on the sideline.
Coach Morrison yelling into the headset for Carl
Here it is
Huddersfield
on
top of the
replay.
screen.
I mean, he's on the run on a bouncer, so that's fantastic.
You'll
for
see
the
a clip
receiver.
way at the end of this play here, right at the end, towards the end zone. Number 44, Jared Gariano, is going to be charged with the clip. You can see his legs right there, and you can see him push the man in the back, pushes Sternitzky in the back, the punter.
You know, and it's sad to see something like that happen because it's usually always one of those blocks that you don't need. He was probably going to get in the end zone without it.
So the Caxies marched back instead of touchdown glory or moved all the way back to their own 20-yard line. But, you know, John Morrison gets a chance to run that red zone offense, if nothing else.
That's right. Well, but, you know, again, you got to give the credit to the defense. The defense forced Hebron into that situation to punt early in the start of the third quarter. So the offense gets it in great field position, and we'll see if they can get it in for a quick score.
So now, 1st and 10 for Lake Forest Academy on their own 20-yard line. Steffens with the eye backfield. Kieran Aston on top of the screen. Joe Gariano, the eligible receiver on the bottom. Joe stays in the block for Rodney Allen, whose first hit now moves forward, bringing it forward to about the 10-yard line, real close to first down, Bill.
Okay, you can see this all day long with this run. The only problem right now, Rodney's not getting up as quickly as he should. In fact, he's staying down on the field.
Rodney Allen is down the field, hustling on to see him as John Morrison. Rodney came into the game with that bad ankle. Perhaps it's just the ankle being aggravated. Here comes Tina Wilson, the trainer.
And I was ready to say Rodney had another fantastic run, but I'm getting, you know, it's all day long. Almost every run he's had has been a super run. We'll just have to wait and see how Rodney is after he gets up off the field.
Rodney rolling over on his back. Perhaps there's a pile-on. That's what our booth announcers up here think. And right now, it looks like if Rodney Allen's out of the game, that'll hurt the Caxies running a bit, 28-14, but there's a lot of time left here, 9:29 in the third quarter. Allen up on his feet. That's good to see. Let's see if we can tell what he's favoring. Looks like
his left leg looks like it was what he's favoring, but it's hard to tell what his ankle or knee or what it might be.
Being helped off, ironically, by the injured captain, Jerome Holland, already out from an injury. A great loss to the Academy. Jerome Holland, one of their best starters, helps take Rodney off the field. Looks like it could be that ankle. Steve Gray, number 14, also helped Rodney. Now the Academy 2nd and 2 into the game. Rafi Kalajian, number 42. And the handoff is to Kalajian in place of Allen. Struggles forward. Let's see where they mark it.
I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down here, Chris.
Got tripped up in the backfield, didn't he, Bill?
Yeah, it just looked like that play took a while to get started. Everything seemed in slow motion. Maybe we're used to watching Rodney exploding through the hole.
Now with the depth chart problem, Tim Martin comes off to get the play and goes back in. He can't come out. It'll be Kalajian and Martin in the backfield for the Academy. 3rd and 2 now. You really lose a weapon when you lose Rodney Allen, don't you, Bill?
Oh, definitely, especially the way he's been running today.
Here's the handoff to Martin on the counter. Going back, he's tripped up. It rolls forward on his feet. Nice job of keeping that balance. We're going to have a first down for Lake Forest Academy.
I mean, that was just sheer desire and keeping his balance there for Tim Martin. Tim Martin just wanted to get that first down, and he wound up getting 4 yards, and so there'll be 1st and goal.
So Lake Forest Academy punches it inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal, and we have a timeout called by Alden Hebron. Is that a personality problem, or are they trying to adjust to something? A personnel problem?
You know, the only thing that I can think of right now is maybe their coach is going to meet his defense and say, hey, guys, you know, we just got back into the game before halftime. You got to come up with a big defensive stop before we get in trouble.
Tina Wilson working on Rodney Allen down there on the sideline. Can't tell exactly. Looks like they're working on the lower part of the leg, probably that ankle we were speculating over. Out on the field, there's Stefan Germain, the manager.
You know, definitely right now I'm watching their coach out in the huddle, and I think basically that's what he was telling them was to the defense, hey, we're in the game right now. Don't try to get ourselves down quickly in the second half here. Come up with the defensive stop. Make them, you know, even if the guy just get 3 points, don't let them get in the end zone.
John Morrison comes off. The Borden boys with the water come off now. In the pro set, Zach Steffens brings his Caxies up to the line on 1st and goal. 8:35 to go. Steffens rolls the option nicely to his left, pitches to Tim Martin, and Tim Martin going for the corner, struggling ahead on his feet, touchdown. You know, I thought he was going to get hit, and he just bounced off for the 6. So Tim Martin with a nice touchdown, no flags on the field.
You know, the other thing that LFA has done real well today is just using their speed to get to the outside. There's no one from Hebron that can basically catch up to some of their backs, Martin and Allen. And once they turn the corner, they're off to the races.
So now 34-14 for Lake Forest Academy. Not really in there. to try and attempt the extra point. Here it is on the replay. You can see Tim Martin going off to his left. Nice job of bouncing away from the tackle. Looked like right about here, Bill, he was going to get hammered and just bounced off.
Yeah, he just cut it right back in front of the
Strunitzky could
defender's
not get
face
him.
because the momentum was taking this guy. Nice
And that
block.
extra point is blocked. Danette's kick is blocked by 33 Beck. I couldn't quite see if the snap was higher or if he just broke right through the line.
Well, maybe we can see it on the replay here.
34-14, though, after the 6-point touchdown.
If anything, he had to probably come right through a gap because Beck is not the biggest guy out on the field.
So the Academy opens up a 20-point lead here on Alden Hebron in the third quarter. And, John Morrison would like to get enough points to put everybody in on homecoming. I know that. He would like to get all those players in on the sidelines. Now, Alden Hebron, Bill, this is just about the point in the first half where we thought they were down, then they broke the big run. And I think John Morrison remembers that too.
Oh, yeah, but, again, though, you got to remember, Hebron just had their offense out there for 4 quick plays, and they were out. And defense was only out there for about maybe 4 more plays. And then what happens is LFA puts 6 points on the board. So this will be a true test to see if Hebron can bounce back.
Beck and Wickersheim back to receive for Alden Hebron. Wickersheim already with the one big return, as we said. Danette kicks a low-line drive kick that's fielded again by our man, number 78.
That's the 4th time today.
Chad Ellswick.
And he still likes to run it to the right-hand side.
He does every time to the right, this time making his way up to about the 45-yard line, up 36-yard line of Alden Hebron. He jumped up high to catch that like he was a receiver.
I got to give him some credit. That was the best run he's had so far. Each run has gotten a little bit better.
I think John Morrison might have told Danette, kick away from that guy. So now the Caxies take over on defense. Big Christian Holland in the game. At the tackle position, you can see Mike Davis in there. Joe Gariano at the linebacker. Ravier is the corner. Alden Hebron comes out. 1st and 10. Stewart on the counter. And the ball fumbled a bit on the exchange, and the running back taken down right there for about a 4-yard loss.
That play was not a really clean play right now. You can see there was some confusion in the backfield, especially with the blocking scheme in the counter. So that was a loss of about 3 yards, making it 2nd and 13. Here you can see on replay, Chris.
Looks like he just fumbled that exchange, and then Alden Hebron lucky to fall on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So now, 2nd and 13, Alden Hebron getting nothing going here in the second half thus far. Caxies on defense, ready to pounce.
There's a pass.
Rolling off to his right, Stewart eludes Joe Mariano. Joe Mariano chasing him down. Now Stewart's on the run. Tim Martin tears him and knocks him down right at the 40-yard line. So they gain about half that back.
Yeah, it looks like Stewart picked up about 8 yards, but it was funny in that situation. It looked like he was rolling out to look for a pass play in that situation, but once he saw the opening, Stewart just tucked it under and kept 2 hands on the ball and kept going down the sideline.
That's the first time I've seen him with both hands on the ball.
Yeah, it was.
So now 3rd and 4, Alden Hebron coming up here to the line. Really needs to get a first down here to keep this going in the second half. Stewart barking up the signals, looking over the defense. And here's the pitch to Strunitzky, taken in the backfield and hauled down by Mike Davis, number 25. Good job of Mike Davis holding him in.
And you got to give the credit to, like, Joel Sestito on that play. He got in the backfield, made him take that extra step towards the sidelines, and it just slowed him down enough to let the pursuit get there for the tackle. Here you can go see it, number 64, just clogging it up in there, Joel Sestito.
And Rusty Roberson there ready to clean up if he had stayed on his feet. So now the Caxies are going to be in a safe return situation. They're going to put in a regular defense, assuming that Alden Hebron will not punt the ball. If they do, they'll just let it roll and take the field position.
And they're not going to punt. They're going to go for it. 4th and about 5, maybe even a long 5.
Academy in a cover 2 now. 3 men in the backfield. We saw this a little bit earlier, didn't we, Bill, this weird formation?
Yeah, I think basically their coaches are probably a little disappointed. I think, if anything, because it looked like about 4th and 5, they were probably going to try to get a delay game. Well, excuse me, not in the delay game, but try to get the offside on the defense to jump. But they didn't come on the delay. So
now
it's a
they have
5-yard penalty. Now they'll punt.
4th and 10, they will kick, and the Caxies still in safe, however. Now dropping back a little more are the Caxies. And Joe Mariano had a great chance to block it. However, it gets off Joe Gariano, lets it roll. And Beck finally downs the ball about the 36-yard line of Lake Forest Academy. You know, Bill, looks like they had a chance. They had their sort of full house backfield in, and then the penalty made them have to kick a ball.
Right. Well, I think basically it was their coaching probably said, let's see if we can get LFA to jump offside, get a first down by them making a mistake. And LFA had the patience not to jump on the defensive side. So they just took the delay of game penalty, and they automatically knew that they're going to go into the punting situation.
So this is Christo Swa here with Bill Bowler. 6:06 left in the third quarter for Lake Forest Academy, up 34-14. And on offense, Raviers comes in motion to the bottom of the screen, sending Twins to the bottom. Zach Steffens hands off to the middle of the screen now.
And looked like Mike Davis,
Mike
maybe.
Davis?
Yeah,
Tim
Rodney
Martin.
Allen wasn't in the backfield.
Rodney's not in the backfield. That's Tim Martin, number 22.
Tim Martin, sorry.
Tim Martin, 32, being blocked for by, I have to see, 42 there. Rafi Kalajian. Rafi and Tim Martin running the backfield for the Academy today. On the depth chart, they have Kalajian coming in for Martin, and Martin comes in for Allen. So when Rodney went down, Martin took a step back to the tailback spot, and Kalajian comes in to block for him.
Okay, but now the other thing is I'll be waiting to see how long it's going to take before they start passing again. Because, again, they got the wind at their back, and it's 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
So now the bullet on the bottom of the screen, Mike Davis comes up for a crack block for Rafi Kalajian with the ball, and Kalajian struggling forward for the first down and right at midfield.
The offensive line there
And
in that
a
situation.
flag. Looks like we might have a personal foul of some sort here.
Yeah, that was a very late flag. I was ready to
Joel
say
Sestito arguing with the refs, or discussion, I should say, maybe not arguing.
they're signaling first down for LFA.
They're going to call a personal foul on unsportsmanlike conduct on Alton Hebron.
Wow.
So 15
Well, maybe here
yards.
we can see at the end of the play here, Chris, what happened. Oh, they've got a face mask. I see that.
No, it looks
We
like
got any late hits or anything?
you know, that flag came out real late. I think it was just one of those situations where you say the wrong thing to the ref and he doesn't like to hear it. That was a unsportsmanlike conduct foul, so I assume it wasn't some physical thing. So now marching all the way down to the 44-yard line, Lake Forest Academy gets a first and 10 situation trying to increase their 20-point lead.
Well, this is a good situation, especially when Hebron is beating themselves and that giving you 15 yards.
Well, yeah, how many
At the end
penalties
of
have
a
we
play,
seen there?
I was just going to say before, that was a real nice play and a run by the line blocking.
Urs in motion to the bottom of the screen, brings down number 9 with him on the man-to-man coverage, and caught in the backfield is Tim Martin, hop, and struggling back to the line of scrimmage.
That play, again, looked like it took a long time to get off.
You know, John Morrison sent Ravi Urs in motion there to see what the defense was, and Rush Schmidt went with him, showing the man-to-man coverage, and they tried to go up the middle. Cheerleaders doing a great job of jumping and dancing, keeping the Caxi fans on their feet and ready to go. Now the Academy faces 2nd and 11. Joe Mariano, the center, steps
You
up.
got to give Beck a lot of credit on that last play after looking at the replay. He just filled that gap again for the tackle.
Now the bullet, Mike Davis, this time guarded by Schmidt. Coming down, Steffen's going to run the option. Pitches there to Tim Martin. Tim Martin turns it on the speed and gets forward right up to about a first down. I think he's going to be a little short, Bill.
It's going to be close to the first down, and he's a little short right now, but he showed a great speed. He saw the opening, and he cut it right back, and the burst of energy took him right up for about an 8 to 9 yard gain.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 1, a short one. Ravi Urs brings in the play. Mike Davis comes out for Lake Forest Academy. Steffens spits it off to them in the huddle. Amit Godbill up there on the left side of the line now, left to Joe Gariano. Going that way now is Ravi Urs in motion to the top of the screen. Here's just a straight dive to Tim Martin, and he's going to get that first down and a little bit more, up to about the 20-yard line.
Again, you know, this is a situation where Hebron has to come up with a big defensive stop, but they can't hold them. They still pick up about 5 yards.
That was Kalonji
running
on the
straight
carry,
ahead.
not Martin. 42 and 32.
Offensively, LFA has almost had everything go their way today.
Now, coming into the game for Lake Forest Academy, that's number 9, Jason Smith. Jason Smith coming in, replacing Rafi Kalajian. Smith comes in at the fullback position. Tim Martin now at the tailback still. Kieran Nation on the bottom of the screen. Ravi Urs going that way with a man-to-man coverage again for Alton Hebron. Here's the dive to Smith. Jason Smith taking a hit at the line of scrimmage. That's his first rush of the year, Bill. Jason Smith's first attempt, I think he got 0 on it.
Yeah, well, Jason's only a freshman, and as you can see right now, Coach Morrison's probably going to let some of these young guys get some experience and playing in a varsity game.
And high fives all over for Jason Smith as Rafi Kalajian goes back in the game. Now, Receiver split in the pro set. Joe Gariano on the bottom of the screen, the tight end eligible. 2nd and 10 for the Academy.
We
And
got
somebody
motion.
started early. There's a pitch to Tim Martin, but I think we're not going anywhere on that one.
Yeah, there's definitely motion on the fullback in that situation on LFA.
Kalajian just back into the game at the fullback spot. Now we await the referee's decision and signal. Here it is again on the replay, Bill. You can see Tim Martin wasn't going anywhere anyway.
No,
Got hammered down by Strunitzky.
that play was not going to go anywhere from the start.
So with
They're gonna
2:26
take
left,
the penalty.
they're marching them back slightly. We're going to have 2nd and about 16, Bill.
It looks about right. And like I said, I'm surprised right now that they're not passing. Well, they have the win.
Well, there's a thing. You don't want to rub it in. You don't want to be accused of rubbing it in. But then again, you get nervous even though you're up 20.
I don't think they'd really be rubbing it in anything. I think you would just want to take advantage of the elements right now.
Now, Zach Steffens with the eye backs. Barks out the signals on a long 2nd and 15 play. Little fumble on the fake. And watch out, Zach, number 74, right behind him. Finally lets it fly. That's up for grabs and out of bounds.
Jeez.
Zach Steffens had a whole big load. Number 74, James Lombardo, the 6-foot, 265-pound tackle, was all over him.
Chris,
and
I
he
think
got it off.
Steffens could hear you from up here about saying, look out. I know everyone up in the press box was taking a look at that. But, yeah, 74 was coming in from the blind side.
And they still got him.
Well, the only problem with that was he wasn't planted. He was thrown off his back leg, and the ball drifted with the wind. Still a lot on the ball.
Leg too, with that guy coming down at me now. 3rd and 15. Zach Steffens, fresh with the memory of 74, breathing down his neck, is under center. Rolling up to the left this time. Nice blocking by the running back. Steffens having to throw up his back foot again. A little more juice on it. It's caught, but he's going to be short of a first down.
Well,
Robbie
still
Urs.
got him up, but you definitely know they're going to go for it. It'll be about 4th and 4.
4th and 4. Robbie Urs, nice reception, a nice job of struggling there. Number 88, Robbie, the freshman, making a great contribution to the Caxies this year.
Yeah, Mike.
Urs has 5 catches, 58 yards, averaging 11.6 per catch.
That was a nice catch, and again, nice play. Looks like there's a little confusion on the offense right now.
And
what they want to do with the 4th down and 4.
they might be thinking about field goal. I don't know. John Morrison talking to Danette. Really, she's getting her helmet put together, getting her helmet on, but now they're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it.
And 4th and 3 for the Academy. Here's the dive to Martin. Spinning around, going to his right, struggling forward. It's going to be real close,
Yeah,
Bill.
it's going to be very close for a first down. Personally, I think he might just have it.
They've been giving good spots all day. They're going to bring those chains out.
Tim Martin's been the go-to guy, especially on these 3rd downs and 4th downs for 3 or 4 yards all day long, and he's been very successful in picking up the first downs.
Well, it looked like that was designed as a dive, and they
They're
ended
going
up
to
popping
come
out
out
to
and
the
measure
outside.
it right now.
Paul Dunlap and Connor McCabe, Chris Wheeler, Lara Amick out there working the chains, bringing them out. Last time they stretched it just short and gave a first down in the last measurement. We'll see
let's
here.
see if we can get the binoculars.
Sure, Bill. And it's a first down just by the nose of the football. 1st and 10, Lake Forest Academy.
Offensively, they just can't do anything wrong right now, it seems like.
Now with 1:44 to go in the 3rd quarter, Lake Forest Academy 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. This is that great position you love to be in, Bill, where you got 1st and 10 and still have room to get a first down when you get inside the goal there, just outside
definitely.
the 10.
It gives you so many options as an offense of what you want to play call.
Now you're not stuck with only 4 chances. Now you got essentially 8. Zach Steffens under center. Single back is Rafi Kalajian. No, split backs. Check that. Kalajian and Martin. Kalajian with the ball. Martin with the block. Struggling forward. Close to the first down. About an 8-yard gain.
You know, I said it earlier today, too. You got to give the line a lot of credit. They're making a nice hole for these backs, and there's nothing fancy. They're just coming straight up the middle, and they're still picking up about 4 to sometimes 7 or 8 yards.
Christian Holland, Joel Sestito, Amit Godboll, Richard Haupt.
There's a nice
Joe
lead
Mariano.
block also in there by Tim Martin.
Tim Martin now the split backs does a good job. Now we have a 2nd down and 3 to go. Kernan Nason to the top. Robbie Urs to the bottom of the screen. Zach Steffens under the center. He's going to pound it forward again, and the ball was to number 9, I believe, Jason Smith. Got it and just had it pop out. The youngster with his first taste of end zone glory there had the ball pop out, but he fell on top of it wisely. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Academy. They lost about a yard on that.
Well, right now you can see Jason's coming off the field, but before that play, Coach Morrison must have had a lot of confidence in him. Again, as we said, that was only his second carry that he's ever had on the varsity level, and he did the smart thing. Just fall on it. Don't try to pick it up and run it in.
So now 3rd and 4, Danette Riley. Check my pronunciation, Coach. Danette really there.
You've been good on that all day.
Danette really there thinking about a field goal attempt. Rodney Allen running up and down the sidelines trying to work the ankle up, but, I don't know if he's going to go back in, Bill. You're up by 20, 22 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Right now, I wonder what they're doing because they just called timeout, the officials.
I think we got a blood situation with
Yes,
Joel
in fact,
Sestito.
Joel Sestito. You can see it right now over by the bench.
Joel Sestito down by the training table. It looks like he smashed his finger pretty good. Trainer Tina Wilson fixing him up. And the depth chart there on the offensive line has already been stretched with the injury to Jerome Holland and to James Chu.
Okay.
Rusty Roberson is going to be in the game there for Sestito up at the left tackle spot.
This will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Split backs on the 3rd and 4 for Zach Steffens. Here's a handoff to Kalajian breaking his way forward. And we got a touchdown, 6 points, no flags.
No flags.
40-14 Lake Forest Academy with 2 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
They've been very successful running the right or left side all day long. So,
here it is again on
as
the
I said,
replay.
offensively, they just can't do no wrong today. The line is just pushing the Hebron back 3 or 4 yards.
So now 40-14 for the Academy. And this has been a great offensive performance on a homecoming Saturday afternoon.
Definitely for Lake Forest all year. This is the most points they've scored. And only once that I can recall so far in this game did they were forced into the punting situation.
That 40 points puts them right at 100 points for the season. Danette trying to make it 101. High snap. Zach gets it down. It's blocked again.
Is it back
Danette
again?
is down. Danette looks like she kicked right into the oncoming blocker. She's rolling. Look, she put her leg right into that oncoming blocker now.
Yeah, we'll see this again on replay, hopefully, and we'll see what happens here.
Tina Wilson, John Morrison on the field with Danette. That's the same guy who came through both times.
And then it's back number 33. And again, as we said, he's only about 5'6", so he's a little guy out there. He must be finding a gap or a seam to shoot through.
Looked like she really smacked her leg right in to the oncoming back. Coming right over that right side of the line. He's been coming through both times. Little break in the action here as Danette is attended to.
Here we go,
Let's
Chris,
see.
on replay.
Here's again.
It's towards the end, and we really can't see it from there.
And it looks like there's a little cheap shot after the end of that play. Here you can see quickly running through the credits. We'll show them to you again at the end of the play. And Danette really a little dizzy down there. It looks like really got her bell rung when she knocked that leg in there. Tina Wilson working on the kicking leg of Danette. She's had a tough day already trying to make a tackle down there on the kickoff return.
And
blocked
to
twice.
the concern of her volleyball coach, Eve Alexander, who's here in the press box with us, she's watching the screen with a lot of concern.
So a little break in the action here. The players are on the sideline. I'd like to. We're going to change tapes right now with the Academy up 40-14. 2 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Now we can introduce.
Now Danette really coming off the field, walking off a little bit gimpy, but I think she's going to be all right. Looks like she twisted that ankle. James Chu, another injured player, helping her off with Tina Wilson. Brian Bonato will be in there, number 2 for Lake Forest
She looks
Academy.
just a little
do the
dazed,
kicking.
too, right now, Chris.
Yeah, well, it's hard. You got Chip Beck smacking right into you.
She's had a rough day, too. You guys remember she's probably kicked the ball at least almost 10 times, and also she tried to make that one tackle
Now
on the touchdown.
Tina's going to look at the knee of Danette, and she seems to be doing better there. Looks all right. Now the ref will bring the ball in to be kicked by Bonato with 2 seconds to go. The Caxies luckily still get to kick this one with the wind. Had time run out, they would be kicking the other way into the wind.
And definitely you know that Coach Morrison probably told Brian Bonato just to squib it right down the middle.
Now, Bill, they've switched sides. Wickersheim's on top of the screen. Now Beck's on the bottom. Don't know if that's deliberate or just something those two guys decided.
Well, it'll be interesting because it's a new kicker.
Bonato with the squib, nice low squib, and hey, back to back. Coming forward, working his way, 33 ahead, struggling forward to about the 42-yard line. You know, Bill, Chad Ellswick couldn't get his hands on that one.
No, that was an excellent kick by another freshman, Brian Bonato.
So now the Caxies will come in on with their defense as the third quarter ends, 40-14, Lake Forest Academy, exciting the homecoming crowd. So, Bill, what do you think about that third quarter? Seemed to have gone a little bit more slowly, not quite as exciting as the first half.
Well, you know, it really wasn't. It was pretty good for our third quarter, by scoring 2 touchdowns. Again, the offense moved the ball with not much problems. Defensively, they stopped Hebron when they had to. You know, so everything has gone well for 3 quarters for the whole team, defensively and offensively.
Now, up in the booth with me right now, I have Carl Federspiel, one of the coaches for the Caxies. And, Carl, what would you say was the biggest thing that happened so far in the second half?
Well, we're obviously concerned with Danette Reilly being injured on that kick. We have to have a little bit better special teams play. Our kickoff team has given up a touchdown already. We've had 2 extra points blocked, so we have to work a little bit more on our special teams play. But overall, we're playing really well. We've got 40 points on the board, which is pretty good.
How do you see Brian Bonato doing, taking over for Danette?
Brian can kick the ball pretty well. I mean, he's a good kicker and everything. You know, and we're going to start working some of these younger guys in with the score being as it is, so maybe we would have pulled Danette out anyway, but we hope she's okay.
Have you heard anything about Rodney Allen and his injury?
Rodney twisted his ankle on a play. It looks like he's going to be okay and be back in, hopefully.
Will he be back in today, or going to hold him out and have the young guys go?
I think we'll probably hold him out, and we'll have some younger guys playing.
So now, thank you, Carl Federspiel. Now Alden Hebron takes over 1st and 10 as the fourth quarter opens, and they come out throwing. Stewart connects to Wolfsheim, and he's taken down. Oh, he's still on his feet.
That's
Breaks
a nice
2 tackles and taken back down at the 44-yard line. It looked like he was going to break it.
Well, not break it, but what he did was he did a nice job of fighting off the first 2 tacklers, but at the same time, you know, those tacklers held him up so that the pursuit got there to put him down.
I see John Morrison has got the younger kids warming up down the sideline. Dietzler, the backup quarterback, number 12 down there, warming up, throwing some passes to Brad Jaquan. We might see those guys in. Here on the replay, you can see Stewart's pass, and you'll see Wolfsheim trying to break open, Wickersheim rather.
Yep.
Now Stewart up under center.
I think we're going to see a lot of the passing and then, of course, the pitches.
Stanitsky works forward, but he's going to lose a few inches there on that play. It'll be 3rd down now and about 3 yards.
Yeah, Stanitsky has had a really tough day. He just can't turn the corner right now. It seems defensively the ends and the corners have hit home, and they wound up making the nice tackles, usually by the line of scrimmage or only about a yard gain.
So now, with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in the game, 3rd and 3 for Alden Hebron. 44, Joe Gariano. Number 2, Bonato, the cornerbacks in the 2 deep zone. Mike Davis up in 2 coverage along with Ravi Urs. Stewart under center with I backfield, barking out his signals. He's going to try to run an option. That's that same. He dived up in the middle on the fullback.
With Beck. I mean, that looked like almost a 2-point conversion play that they've run before successfully the first time. But this time it gained about maybe only 1 yard. So it makes it about 4th and 1, Chris.
4th and 1 or 2 now. You're going to have to kick this one, Bill, or is it too late? You're going to play?
I think they're going to go for it. You know, it's the fourth quarter. They got the win at their back. Why not go for the first down?
Ball at the 46-yard line, 4th and 1. Clock running for Alden Hebron. I backfield slot on the bottom of the screen. Stewart barking out his signals. And he's going to try to turn the corner with Stanitsky. And Stanitsky does turn the corner nicely, staying on his feet. Finally dragged down. There, number 34 for Lake Forest Academy, Kieran Aston, does a good job of taking him out of bounds, but not until he gains the first down plus a lot more. It'll be Alden Hebron ball about the 30-yard line of Lake Forest Academy. Here it is again.
Yeah, this is the first time all day, really, that pitch has worked for him, where he's gotten past the line of scrimmage and then had some room to run. As you can see, he's a big running back, and he's got a lot of strides in those legs. But it was a nice job by the defense to chase him down and force him out of bounds.
I was surprised. I thought I'd see a dive on that short yardage, but they had confidence in the outside sweep. Now Stewart with the split backs, Beck and Sternitzky behind him. And the handoff is a fake to Beck. And he lets it fly, looking for Wickersheim, and he can't quite get onto that ball. Nice looking play, though.
Yeah, well, they've tried that play several times today. It's a crossing pattern with Wickersheim. And, he's been long a couple times, and a few other times he's hung it up there for him to jump up and grab it.
So now Alton Hebron with the 2nd and 10. The homecoming crowd here at Lake Forest Academy still strong, still staying warm and cheering for the Academy boys. 40-14, 9:36 to go. Alton Hebron brings it out. Defensively, Big Joe Mariano up there, Big Christian Holland ready to stop him.
They just come in with the 5-man front.
Now here's a quick pitch to Beck, working his way around the right side, tiptoeing along the sidelines for the first down.
Yeah, it's a nice little run by Beck there. When you see him tiptoeing, then he knows he's losing his balance, got out of balance. He just lunges forward for as much yardage as possible.
Now they're going to say he's just short of that first down. It's going to be about 3rd and a yard to go. Here it is again. You can see him just tiptoeing down the sidelines here.
Right. He does really, like I said, it's nice to see young kids when they know that the game might be over, but to them, they're still out there playing, and they're giving everything they got.
Now I can see Danette with an ice pack on her knee on the sidelines. It must have been the knee that got injured. Now Stewart with the eye back. Beck and Strunitzky behind him. The handoff, Strunitzky following Beck, breaks forward for the first down to about the 15-yard line of Lake Forest Academy. 1st and 10 for Alton Hebron.
1st and 10 for Alton Hebron on that drive.
Strunitzky, nice job of barreling forward. Here it is again. You'll see Strunitzky following the block of Beck. So now Alton Hebron comes out trying to get a score, trying to close the gap. 40-14, 9:09 to go. Stewart under center with new life, 1st and 10 on the Lake Forest 15. On the Lake Forest 15, the ball is pitched to Strunitzky. Works his way forward, trying to struggle ahead and get a few yards. Russ T. Roberson on the tackle, rolling off. That'll get him 2nd down and about 9.
About 9. I think defensively right now, the LFA is going to try to do something for pride right now and just keep them from getting in the end zone. That time you can see a host of tacklers there with Rusty Roberson.
Now it'll be 2nd and 9 for Alton Hebron. Stewart up under center. Strunitzky and Beck behind him. And he's going to pass. He's looking for Wickersheim. Knocked down by Joe Gariano.
Flag
and that's
on
a
the
pass
play.
interference play.
Yeah.
Joe's claiming,
It just looks like Joe lost his footing or he got tangled up with
like Joe
Brian Wickersheim.
maybe trying to go get the ball himself, trying to catch it, but they're going to call the penalty. Alton Hebron's been helped out by those penalties. Not as much as the Academy, but still have been.
So again, here's the same play we've seen all day. It looks like you just throw it up for grab to number 80, Wickersheim.
And it looks like Joe's just trying to get through to get to the ball.
Either got their feet tangled up or he's just lost his footing, and the official's right in front of him. If any place not to get tangled up is that. So it makes it 1st down, and
we'll see now in the high school rule.
Be goal to goal.
1st down, ball at the Academy 9-yard line. 1st and goal for Alton Hebron. Nope, 1st down and 3 yards to go here with the. Nope, that's going to be 1st down and goal to go.
Yeah.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line, Lake Forest Academy. Stewart now hands off. Strunitzky, nothing happening, taken down. Right at the line of scrimmage. That'll be 2nd down.
Again, the nice penetration, and he's only broke one of those all day. They meet him at the line of scrimmage, or they're forcing him back, and he's just running from sideline to sideline.
Speaking of breaking, Bill, looks like the clouds are trying to break open for a little bit of sunshine here on the Academy towards the end of this game.
That's a welcome sight for a lot of the fans sitting in the stands.
2nd and goal now for Alton Hebron, trying to punch it in. Stewart under center. Beck again. Strunitzky behind him. Wickersheim on top of the screen now. Number 36 is on the bottom of the screen for Alton Hebron. And here's a quick out. Strunitzky was out to the left. Got the quick patch.
There's a nice defensive job there by Urs, number 88, staying at home and making the one-on-one tackle.
So now it'll be
I'm the orchestra director for the Deer Path Junior High Orchestras and also the Deer Path Middle School Orchestras. And I want to welcome you all here tonight.